Iran admits to downing airliner. Ahmed calls for justice transparency. In Iran's account, the missile operator and 10 seconds to decide whether the plane was a threat. The decision was made and sufficed to air missile directed toward the passenger jet. Iran's admission Saturday that human error brought down Ukrainian International Airlines Flight 752 added fresh details to what Western officials had concluded. The missile was to blame for Wednesday's disaster that left all 176 people aboard the Kiev-bombed flight dead. What comes next is how Iran will respond to demands to allow a full and open investigation and for authorities in Tehran to bring the perpetrators to justice. Pressure was not just from Ukraine and other nations whose citizens were aboard the Boeing 737-800. Protests flared on the streets of Tehran where apparent student-led rallies decried the missile mistake and chanted denunciation against military chief Rezin. Iranian officials said military personnel targeted the plane as it turned toward a sensitive military site. Shortly after departing Tehran's international airport before dawn. The statement was stunning about fights for Iran after days of rejecting Western assertions that sufficed to air missile brought down the plane. Now, leaders in Tehran face new challenges. Ukraine has lead demands for compensation and accountability, which called for Iran to appease the international community with rare public reckoning over military action. Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, urged the nation's military to conduct the throat inquiry. At home, the targeted tragedy. At home, the tragedy quickly brought protests back onto the streets in another show of anger. In November, protests erupted around the country after an increase in gasoline prices, leading to deadly clashes with security forces. Many Iranians on the plane were students in Iran or studying abroad in Canada. Campuses in Iran become a gathering place for grief and rage. At a vigil Saturday at Sharif University of Technology in Tehran, crowds chanted down Khamenei. At American University of Technology, a crowd yelled slogans against Iran's powerful Revolutionary Guard Corps. A dramatic contrast to the widespread mourning after a USA drone strike in Iraq killed the leader of the Revolutionary Guard's Quds Force, Maj Gen Qasim Soleimani. Iran struck back for Soleimani's death with ballistic missiles against an Iraqi base with US personnel 4 hours before the Ukrainian plane burst into a fireball. President Trump, in a tweet also posted in Farsi, addressed the brave, long-suffering people of Iran. We are following your protests and are inspired by your courage, he wrote. In Tehran, Britain's ambassador to Iran, Robert McCair, was detained by Iranian security forces after attending what was planned as a vigil for those who died in the crash. McCair left when protests broke out, according to an official familiar with the incident, who spoke on the condition of anonymity to discuss a sensitive diplomatic matter. Iran's Tasnim news agency reported that McCair was held for more than an hour before being released. Britain's Foreign Secretary Dominic Raab denounced it as a flagrant violation of international law. The Iranian government is at a crossroads moment. Raab said it can continue its march towards Paria status with all political and economic isolation that entails, or take steps to de-escalate tensions and engage in a diplomatic path forward.